Hey Facebook, wanted to come and talk to you guys really briefly, hopefully briefly, about how we block our blessings and ultimately play ourselves. This is something that just came to me recently because I've been talking to my business partners a lot more. We have goals that we're working towards. Sorry, my lipstick was acting a little weird. But we have goals that we're working towards, and I want to talk to us really quickly because this is a revelation that came to me when it comes to blocking our blessings and how when you block your blessings, you ultimately play yourself. So I want to give a quick scenario of what transpired between myself and some of my business partners and how we've been really working towards some goals in our business. We keep each other accountable. We make sure that we're always working and we're making sure that what we're doing is productive. But we also, what I love about my accountability partners, I have quite a few in this business, and I feel like every accountability partner serves their own individual purpose. And what I love about a few of my business partners is that they're able to check me, and we're able to check each other. And when I say check, I mean check in love. So there's no berating anybody or, telling anybody, well, you could have done this, but you didn't. And, this is how you got there and all this stuff. And, if you could, you would, and all this stuff. There's none of that, but it's really just checking each other in love. And something that I noticed that has happened to me in the past, and I realized that I've grown so much just in the little things. So one thing that came about is, in any business, you have people in your same industry that are working towards similar goals as you. And in the process of them working towards similar goals, sometimes they may go faster than you. They may go slower than you. They may be at the same pace as you. And what we have to do is we have to make sure that when we are working towards our goals, we are looking at our situation, our circumstance, our reality, and we are doing the best that we possibly can with that situation or with what's set in front of us, right? So everybody's journey is not the same. Everybody's journey differs because each person is different, each heart is different, each mind is different. And I really just want to talk about something that just happened recently. So what happened recently? You have people in your industry or in your business who may be hitting goals quicker than you, who may be seeming like they're going super fast, or their success seems like it's just unprecedented, right? So what I had to realize, as my accountability partners go through and we are working towards our goals every day, it got to a point where people who are doing more, doing better, or seem to be doing it, in a quicker way become the topic of discussion. And before you realize it, you are comparing yourself. You're comparing yourself to that person. You're comparing yourself to their journey. You don't even know their whole story. You don't even know their journey. You don't know how they're achieving things so quickly. You don't know all the behind the scenes things, but we're comparing ourselves to these people who seem to be doing things better or doing things quicker or doing things faster than us, right? So what happens is you start having the spirit of comparison comes in. You're comparing yourselves to them, but you all don't have the same story. You're comparing just your chapter 1 to their chapter 50. You're comparing their chapter 50 to your chapter 1, and it's like, wait, let me figure out what's in front of me, and let me go ahead and acknowledge that, and let me make sure that whatever I'm doing, I'm handling everything that I'm doing in front of me, everything that God has given me. I'm being diligent over that. I'm being diligent over the things that I do have. I'm being diligent over, the business that I have. I'm being diligent over the people who are spending money with me. I'm being diligent over the people who are, listening to me, who are telling me they're interested in what I'm doing. I'm being diligent in those people because those are the people that God has for me. The people that God has for me, the team that God has for me, the business that God has for me, the pace that God has for me, that's all personally given to me. That's my race. And as my one of my accountability partners tells me all the time, the scripture says, run the race that's set before you. So your race is set before you at your own pace. It's tailored specifically for you. Your journey is tailored specifically for you. If you're looking at the person that's next to you and the person that's in front of you, you're only seeing a portion of their story. You're not seeing what happened to them before, and what's going to happen to them later. You don't know where that lies, and it really doesn't matter at the end of the day, because that person that's going fast or that's going at their rate or whatever, they're focused on their journey, they're focused on their success, they're focused on what they're supposed to be focused on. So what are you focused on? And so a way that we block our blessings, we tend to block a lot of our blessing, is by focusing on the person in front of us and the person on the side of us, or the person that's passing us up, and we allow that to be what clouds our vision of what's for us. Because what's for you, no one can take from you. What's for you, no one can have. But sometimes we look and we say, oh, I'm supposed to have that journey. I'm supposed to be moving that fast. I'm supposed to have that success story. I'm supposed to have that success journey. And that's not what's for you. So instead of you focusing on what's for you and what God set before you and your race and your journey and your story, because it's going to help and impact somebody else who can identify with your story, we're looking at what this person over here is doing and how fast they're moving. And guess what? The difference between you and them is that they're not paying any attention to you. They're paying attention to their race. They're paying attention to their story. They're paying attention to their steps. And that's not to say that they're better than you, or that they're more equipped, or more that they're better than you in any source of the imagination, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So what ended up happening is, that's just my beginning exhortation. What ended up happening is, one of my accountability partners, she was just saying, I'm watching this person, I see them moving, I see them doing all of these things, and I'm just, I'm so frustrated because I've been doing it longer, and it just seems like everything is at a pause, at a standstill for me, and my business and what I'm doing. And I had to tell them, like, look, I get it. I understand. What I had to do is I had to completely block those people or that person out of my mind. So if they're on my Twitter feed, I had to, unfollow and maybe just visit later. If they're on my Instagram, I had to unfollow and just visit later. If they're on my Facebook, I have to unfollow and just visit later, because the spirit of comparison, allowing that spirit inside your heart and inside your mind and inside your life, it clouds what you're here for. You're here for something else. You're not necessarily something else, but you're here for your own purpose. Your journey is tailored for you. And if you're focused on somebody else's journey and what they're doing, then you're going to miss out, right? You're going to miss out on what's for you, focusing on what somebody else is doing and how fast and how much better they are at it. Your only competition is yourself. So if you yesterday only did 80% of what you knew you could do, then that's where you're cheating yourself. You need to make sure that you're doing 100% of what you can do today and moving forward from that day and that day forward. So what ended up happening is, my accountability partner says, you know what, you're right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to completely, block that story and block that out of my mind. I'm going to unfollow where I can unfollow, and I'm going to disengage where I can disengage. And she said pretty much within 5 to 10 minutes of her doing that, somebody reached out to her and they were ready to network with her, do business with her, and not only purchase product, but also do business with her moving forward and become a business partner with her, a purpose partner, etc. Within 5 to 10 minutes of her actively disengaging herself from that journey that wasn't meant for her, and not being overwhelmed and overcharged and overcumbered with, somebody else that's moving so fast and that's doing so much. Like she said, after she released that, the blessings start pouring down. And, that really spoke to me, because as I was speaking to my accountability partner, I was speaking to myself. I can get so caught up in watching other people's journeys in business, other people's journeys in life, and not realize that there's a race set before me. And while I'm so busy focused on what they're doing, looking to the left and the right and not focused, I'm cheating myself out of the potential of what my journey can actually produce. I'm cheating myself out of the potential of what my story and my journey can actually produce. I'm cheating myself out of my blessings within my story and within my path. And I'm cheating myself, and I'm playing myself, because I'm sitting over here focused on this person and what they're doing, and you don't know what their journey entails later. Everything might be good and bomb right now, but you don't know what God is preparing them for and the grace that he's giving them for what's going to happen to them later. And I understand that a lot of times people can say, oh, I'm using faith, I'm walking by faith. And I've really come to understand the meaning of faith at this point in time in my journey, in my walk every day. faith can be so easy for somebody who, just think about it like this. You get somebody who's a believer and immediately they're blessed with that husband they've always wanted, that house they've always wanted, that car they've always wanted. Everything just seems to be going great. They don't have want for anything. And that person may feel like, wow, you know, God's blessing me. My faith is strong. And then you have somebody else who's been serving the Lord for 5, 6, 7 years and hasn't gotten maybe a fraction of those things yet. And that person is like looking like, wow, how come that stuff happens so fast for them? Like, what am I doing wrong? You know, and my faith is strong, I would think, you know, but I'm just over here trying to serve the Lord and continue to go forward. Well, that person who got all those blessings back to back may feel like their faith is so strong, but really the way you're going to be able to tell how strong that faith is when one of those things, if not all, are taken away from that person that got blessed back to back. Then we're going to see how firm your faith is, because faith really is, by definition in the Bible, it says faith is the evidence of things hoped, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So faith is really, like I've been telling all my accountability partners in this business, those that do it works, those that maybe don't do it works, maybe those who, you know, are getting on any type of entrepreneurial venture. Faith is really that stuff that you can't see, believing that it shall be. You don't even know how it's going to happen. That's when your faith is the strongest. Not when there's a clear shot path and you already see like, oh, it's a given that's going to happen. Like that, you know, you can see the dots connecting, you know what I'm saying? You can see, okay, you know, that's just like saying, oh, my faith is strong, you know, on my job that, you know, God is going to provide for me. But you have, you know, a 9 to 5 and you know that at 12 noon on Friday, every 2 weeks, you're getting a direct deposit check. Like there's no faith involved with that. You know what I'm saying? You already know it's going to happen. There's really no faith involved. I mean, you believe it's going to happen, but faith is something, it's an action word. It takes activation. It takes a catalyst, and you have to really believe without even seeing how it's going to be possible. That's what faith is. And so sometimes, you know, people who are getting everything handed to them, you know, getting blessed, you know, back to back, they may think their faith is strong, but it's the person that is enduring and that's continuing to go and go and go and go, even when they don't know how they're going to be taken care of. They don't know where that next check is going to come from. They don't know, you know, they're letting their work ethic write their paycheck or whatever, whatsoever have you. That's what faith is, you know. And so I just encourage all my business partners and accountability partners, you know, and I'm preaching to myself as I'm, you know, saying this, because this was really an epiphany for me. Wow, you know, take your eyes off of, just like Peter, who was walking on the water, when he took his focus off God and his journey and what the lesson he was supposed to learn, that's when he started sinking. And so just thinking about, you know, everything moving around you, all the success around you, that's great. That's wonderful. You can be happy for somebody, but also respectfully understand that that's not your journey. Your journey is your journey. Your time is your time. And you respect your journey and your process. There's nothing wrong with having a process. Your process may be slow, but at the end of the day, what do they say? Slow and steady wins the race. It is not about jetting. Life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Your journey is not always a marathon, you know, or not always a sprint. It's a marathon. It's time when you take time to actually appreciate. You know, when you're going through a slow process, you can actually take time to appreciate what's happening to you versus it just going so fast, give it to me now. And then what about go so fast, you don't even know how to manage what just happened for you. You know, you don't even know how to manage. Now you overwhelmed. Now the struggle for the person who's is happening so much and so fast for, that person, their struggle is different from yours. You over here moping and whining and wishing that your journey can move as fast as that person. That person on the other end, like, dang, how am I going to manage all this now? How am I going to take care of what I've been blessed with or what's been bestowed on me? What we need to focus on at the end of the day is not playing yourself, focusing on your journey, focusing on your blessing, because if you're focused on somebody else, you're going to be blocking what's supposed to work for you. You're going to be blocking whatever's supposed to unlock for you, that door, you're going to be neglecting it. That's number one. Number two, you need to just take the time to be a good steward of whatever has been set before you. So for my people who are in It Works, okay, for my people who are in any multi-level marketing company, network marketing, whatever, take care of the people that show up every day. Take care of the people who spend their money with you. Those are your prime priorities. Taking care of those people that spend their money with you. Taking care of those people that have trusted you with their health journey. Taking care of those people who have decided that they want to partner in business with you. They might not be moving at the speed you need them to, but appreciate every single one of them, because those are the people that you're in charge of impacting their life from day to day. Don't take not one person for granted. And I've been guilty of this. If somebody's not moving as fast as I need them to move, or they're not moving with a sense of urgency, that's a pet peeve of mine. If you're not moving with a sense of urgency, and God had to show me, that I need to give people more grace in my life. They're not moving as fast or whatever. They're there for a reason. That's who God has for you. That's who God wants you to be faithful over, be a good steward over. Those people who are spending their money with you, those people who have supported your journey, those are the people that you invest in until God sees that you're investing in those people and that you're appreciating those people, he's not going to bless you with more. He's not. Because you're sitting over here watching all these people that's going boom, 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 boom. That's their journey. That's what their capabilities have probably given them. But listen, you have to take care of what God gave you. And I'm speaking to myself because it's not always easy. But if I get in a hard place, I'm going to have to turn back to this video and I'm going to have to listen to the declaration that God gave me. I have to take care of the people who show up. I have to take care of the people. And if I don't have anybody that's showing up, if I don't have anybody, then I have to continue to do the work on me. And then I have to make sure at the end of the day, I'm giving every single day 100%. One thing that people cannot take away from me is my work ethic. At the end of the day, if my sponsor or if my friends or if people around me don't realize how hard I work, I know how hard I work. God knows how hard I work. And at the end of the day, if I can be honest and say that I'm giving every day 100%, every moment that I can give 100%, I'm giving 100%, then that's what matters. Because at the end of the day, that compound effect is going to keep rolling, and then it's going to give you a residual of blessings because you've been putting in the work that's needed. Okay, so I just wanted to encourage you guys today, this is how you can block your blessings. This is how and when you block your blessings, you play yourself. And so I'm just, giving you guys the advice. I don't want to play myself. I don't want to block my blessing by focusing on somebody else. Their journey is not my journey. I am not them. They are not me. And whatever blessing or path I'm supposed to go down for, I know it's because I'm supposed to bless somebody else with this opportunity. How can I preach? How can my life preach? How can my journey preach if I'm not willing to be faithful over the little that I do have first? But I'm looking for so much more. I'm looking for the fast gains. I'm looking for the fast. Guess what? Let me tell y'all something today. Fast don't always last. Okay? Fast does not always last. It can, if that's God's will for you, but fast does not always last. I'd rather take my time. I'd rather be diligent over what God has given me. Focus on being the best person that I can be in business and life, period. And reap the benefits and the blessings of God by taking care of what he's given me. By taking care of what he's giving me. Because everything that he sends for me in my business and me in my life, I know that at the end of the day, it can add blessings if I take care of it. So that's really all I wanted to share. Feel free to share this video. Thank you for those who have shared this video. And I really hope that this speaks to you all and encourages you all. Those who are It Works distributors, those who are not yet It Works distributors, I'm praying for you as well, that if you're looking for a journey to better yourself, you will come over to this side and see what we're doing over here. We're doing great things. It's definitely a developmental process as far as leadership goes, and learning about yourself and the talents and things that God has placed inside of you. You learn to unlock that in this business. And I'm learning that I've met some great friends, some great partners, some great accountability partners. And like I said at the beginning of the video, we learn to check each other in love, and just get each other back focused, because we all have one goal. We're one team, we're one mission, and we all want to be successful, living life on our own terms, being financially free, being snatched and free, being able to travel when we want, do things when we want, and not have to really worry about the terms of this world and different things like that. So I hope that this encourages multiple people. I know it's Saturday and I know that I get a few listeners, but just share this video. I really want to see everybody make it. I really want to see everybody succeed, and I want us to all have the confidence in ourselves that we can do whatever we put our minds to, but our mind has to be put towards our journey and our path. our path to success. Our mind can't be put towards the left or the right, looking at other people who are passing us up, seemingly passing us up, or it seems like it's happened easier for them. Everybody's journey is tailored for them, and your faith is going to thank you later down the road. Your life is going to thank you down the road when you have stuck it out, even when it seems hard. And once again, I want to say, if you're giving 100%, I've had to challenge myself if I'm getting 100%, if I'm being productive or counterproductive every day. Sometimes we do things that we think are productive and they're counterproductive. And so I just want to encourage every single one of you guys to take a deep dig in yourself, turn and look at the mirror, tell yourself that you're great, that you're successful, tell yourself that you're going to be successful no matter if it takes a year, 2 years, 3 years. It will happen as long as you're committed to the cause, and you commit and you do not quit, and you're working. If you are working towards your goals, they will happen. Zig Ziglar has a saying, the goals that are set are halfway achieved, something to that degree. So if you're setting a goal, you're working towards it every day, there's no reason why you can't be great. You cannot focus on everybody else's journey. You have to focus on the journey that's in front of you. If you look at the person to your left and your right and in front of you that's going faster than you, that seems like they've had it easier than you, number one, check yourself. Make sure you're giving 100% to your dreams and your goals every single day. That's number one. Number two, check yourself and make sure that your focus is not so stuck on other people, but it's stuck on what the path is that's in front of you. Those are the two things. Those are the ways that you will block your blessings. And if you block your blessings, you play yourself. So that's all I want to say. Y'all have a happy Saturday, and I hope that this motivated somebody. And y'all be blessed. Take care. Bye.